Hello, some decent looking weather for us. We might have been grabbing the old picnic basket, maybe even dusting off the barbecue. Very pleasant and nice area of high pressure settling across most of New Zealand. That said, there is one little fly in the ointment, so to speak, this little area of cloud, a little weather system just sort of bending its way, and it's the tail end of our weather system that came through, a little wave that has developed on it. You can see the cloud easing and providing some wet weather across the far north. But the lovely clearer slot, there's the area of high pressure settling its way in, another little bit of cloud down there, that's a little weather front just flicking its way past, but for the most part, looking fine and dry for quite a few of us. That's how it starts off. Notice the little weather system to the north. The area of blue is the wet weather. Coming in with the easterly there, that feeds its way in to mainly parts of Northland. That is a strengthening wind too, fairly keen easterly through the course of the late parts of the day. But the high, look at him just sitting there. So some decent sunny spells for many areas from really a good part of the North Island all the way down across most of the South Island. As you work through the rest of the day, you'll notice as well that system, it's just sort of, it really can't move south because the high is sitting there saying, don't come any further. And it doesn't. It tries to bend its moisture in and then it just sort of slowly eases away as the upper trough opens up and it just, there it goes, bye-bye. The high sits in place. The weather is fine for the most part through the day, literally. Could be a frosty start into a few spots like we've seen, maybe across parts of the South Island, here and there to the North Island, and there'll be a bit more cloud. You might get the wet weather knocking on the doorsteps of, say, Auckland, Coromandel, not really to Bay of Plenty, but with that easterly flow as well, just getting a few showers and a bit more cloud to eastern parts of the North Island. Everywhere else, you're fine, you're dry, you've got a decent sort of day. You'll be out there with the sunglasses saying, nice start. But it's still the wet weather with us across the far north. It is slowly starting to ease away. There might be the odd heavier burst. Eastern parts of Northland, Paihia, wet day for you. Auckland, it's probably northern parts of Auckland and Coromandel seeing some wet weather early on, then skies brightening. South from that, some cloud. There are a few of those showers along the east coast, just some showers. And then south from that, you've got a decent day. New Plymouth to Wellington. You'll be out there in the park with the sandwich having a decent sort of day looking at the sunshine. 15 degrees for Blenheim. Nelson has 16. It is fine. It is dry. Same sort of thing. Chilly start in Christchurch. There could be some early cloud, maybe some patchy fog as well. Doesn't last. Good looking afternoon, 13 or so. All the way south to Queenstown, there's leftover bits of cloud maybe across parts of Southland here and there, but also very pleasant indeed. Now let's work through the next couple of days. You're thinking, how long is the high going to last? Well, he's a big bloke. Whenever you see them like that, you say, yes, it's stretching out. That's some decent looking weather, so it stays the same as we've seen. Maybe some frost into a few spots, some mist and some fog, decent by day, sunny spells. Remember that system up north? Yeah, bye-bye. It's gone. There it is. We already start to see the next weather system. This is the next one there. So the flow comes around the high, gets into more of that nor'wester, but that's still a day or so away. Friday, big circle next to it. It's a decent, fine-looking day. There you take the sandwiches to work and sort of sit in the park with them, enjoy it. By the weekend, though, we're just watching this thing creep into the west, so that is some thickening cloud outbreaks of rain, mainly for western parts of the South Island. And then we'll see how the high reacts, whether the high says, I'm going, bye-bye, or it just hangs on through the course of the later parts of the weekend. But in the meantime, I think the North Island for Saturday is looking good. Eastern areas of the South Island, you're okay for Saturday. Sunday, we'll see how that thing creeps its way slowly east. That's the weather for now. More at metservice.com.